Hey guys, I wanted to take you a second and give you guys a few tips on what to think about when you're building a new home and what to put in the walls for future-proofing your house. This is a TV location above a fireplace, and one thing you may want to think about when you're pre-wiring for your TV locations is also think about pulling data cables. This makes it easy to backfeed audio to central distribution points, as well as bring hardwired internet connections to all of your streaming devices. In TV locations, you may want to also think about adding a conduit from the equipment location down here up to the top where the TV is going to be mounted. This allows for future proofing of getting cables to and from as standards change. Currently, I'm standing in the head end of this house, and if you notice, all of our low voltage cables, all of our speaker cables, any of the voice data, and security cables all come to one central point. The beauty about this is it makes for a very clean install, as also one point to service, and the interconnectability between TVs and audio zones is so much easier to be done this way. So let's talk about shades. If you don't plan ahead and pre-wire power for them, you're going to be constantly changing batteries, or you're going to be walking around with a power charging wand to charge them. But if you plan ahead and pre-wire for them, you can avoid all of that. Let's talk about doorbells for a second. Most people just pull a single 18.2 for a standard lit doorbell, but if you want a video doorbell, the better thing to do is go ahead and pull a Cat 5 or Cat 6. This way you can hardwire power the doorbell so you're not constantly charging batteries. And pardon the concrete mixer in the background, but this also provides much more stability on the network because you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi falling offline. We are on the side of this house right now, and we want to talk a little bit about other things to pre-wire for, such as water valves. You can have hardwired water valves that when it gets a certain temperature in the house will just shut off, or if they're connected to leak detectors, they will detect a leak and shut the main off at the house or at the street. But instead of relying on Wi-Fi, they're actually hardwired into the system. Also, if you're planning on putting in a generator, you may want to think about running some data cables to the actual mainframe of it, because then you have a nice way to connect the control panel that doesn't have to be retrofitted later, or again, relying on Wi-Fi. So let's talk about your outdoor spaces for a second. If it's a fall evening and maybe a little chilly, but you still want to sit out by the fire and enjoy some football, you may want to think about adding heaters, but you also may want to think about incorporating those into your control system. That way, if the temperature is below a certain setting, when you turn on the TV or when you turn on the lights for the room, the heaters automatically come on. And they also automatically go off, so you don't forget to turn them off, heating it when no one's out here. One of the most important things to think about when you're doing new construction and pre-wiring is a conduit from the basement or head end to the attic location. This is basically a tube that goes all the way up from the bottom floor to the top and gives you access for whatever you might need in the future that you don't know about now. I have also done it where we've ran them from side to side in the house. So we will drop one from our head-end location under the house if there's a crawl space, and one from the head-end location all the way up to the attic. And sometimes, depending on the construction, we'll run one across if there's not a clear path.